If you were a character in a video game and all of a sudden your level popped up above your head, are you a level 100? Are you a level 10? Ask yourself truly, what level would you be? What class would you be? Would you just be, a level 10 wage cuck or something like that? Or would you be like a level 60 entrepreneur? Level 50 firefighter, level 80 explorer, adventurer. You'd be like a level 90 CEO, right? You're not getting any younger. Every single day, we don't know if we're going to wake up tomorrow. And the game of life is real, and it's just like a video game. We have different skills that we can put the work into and gain our levels up in those skills. And if we don't put in the work, you're not going to level up. Be honest with yourself. If you continue sitting around, lazing around, playing video games, doing the same things, living the same mediocre life, by the time you get older, in your 40s, your 30s, your 50s, what level are you going to be? What's going to be your class? Are you going to be like a construction worker, still working? Are you going to be a bum, sitting around, divorced? Are you going to go be someone? Are you going to be a fucking adventurer or something, right? Write a book. Go explore the world. Create a business. Do that thing that you want to do before it's too late, before you're dead. Because in this game, you only have one life. Other video games, you die, you respawn, you have checkpoints where you can restart, you can go back. The interesting thing about the game of life is that the game of life is extremely brutal and there's no second chances. If you die, you die. You're gone. And you only have one shot in order to complete the game. Now, there's no set objective that says that you won the game. For you to win the game, it has to be within your own parameters. It's subjective to you. Winning the game for you could be starting a family, being a good father, right? Leaving behind a legacy, having kids, passing on your family name. Winning the game could be you becoming the top person in your career field, right? You could become the world's leading expert on a certain subject. Winning the game for you could be going on epic adventures and discovering things that no human has ever discovered before. Winning the game could be you starting a successful company, becoming an entrepreneur, helping thousands of people, changing their lives. Winning the game could be you becoming a warrior and proving to yourself that you have bravery and courage and that you can do anything and that even in the face of death, you don't flinch. Miyamoto Musashi, one of the most famous samurais that ever walked the planet. Miyamoto Musashi wrote a couple books. One of them is called The Book of Five Rings, and the other is called Dokudo, or The Way. Miyamoto Musashi talks about in his books how everyone has their own way. He begins with the way of the carpenter, right? What's the difference between a carpenter and a warrior? A carpenter starts out as a novice, only doing simple things. And then he becomes a master carpenter. He knows all the best techniques. He knows the low-skilled people need to do certain tasks, like cutting out pieces of frame. And he knows that the most advanced workers have to do more advanced tasks of carpentry. It is up to the master carpenter to direct these people in order to create this house, right? How do you make the perfect house as a carpenter? Well, the master carpenter needs to know exactly who does what, who does it best, right? And he knows all this stuff from his life's study of carpentry. Nobody starts off as a master carpenter. Everyone starts off as a novice. Now, you could be naturally skilled in carpentry, right? Some people could be better than others starting out. But what I'm saying is that there's a way to everything. He talks about there's the way of the merchant. The way of the merchant is to buy things and sell them for profit. And the way of the warrior, which is how he lived, is the acceptance of death. Now, in his book about living the way of the warrior, he gives a lot of good advice on how to cope with this, how to accept this, how to be the best warrior that you can be, especially in the Book of Five Rings. Now, this is before video games. This is before RPGs and everything. The Book of Five Rings has 5 smaller books within it. There's the water book, the air book, the fire book, the earth book, and then the book of the void. So the book of the void talks about the void. What is the void? The void is nothingness. It's space without elements. It's where imagination takes place. It's where things are created out of nothing. It's where nothing exists and everything exists, right? You could almost think of the void as the farthest extent that the human mind can go, thinking beyond the physical world, which sometimes you do need to think above the physical world. People call this thinking outside the box. The Earth book talks about being grounded, being, knowing, honestly couldn't tell you, I have to read it again. But yeah, the Earth book talks about being grounded, talks about, I'll talk about it some more. I'll do like an in-depth review. Let's move on. The water book talks about being fluid, flow, flowing with things. What does water do? It takes the shape of its container. The fire book talks about, being sporadic, having energy, right? Having that flame. The air book is kind of similar to the water book, to be honest. Talks about flow, talks about, certain aspects. But what I'm trying to say is that there is ways that you can study this stuff and become better, to become the top of what you're doing, the best of the best entrepreneur, the best singer, the best writer. So don't be a mediocre person. Be who you want to be and be the best that you can at it. Upgrade yourself, apply yourself, put yourself out there, put yourself under stress, test yourself, right? Test your mettle, put yourself under pressure and become stronger. It's just like lifting weights. You have to exert force and go through pain in order for your muscles to grow. And that goes for anything. You have to learn by trial and error, picking up weights and putting them down. Self-improvement. This journey is not for the weak. This journey is only for those that are willing to study, expand their mind, sacrifice, put in the work, even when you don't want to put in the work. I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you. It's not easy. It isn't. But what I will say is that the grass is a lot greener on the other side. Before getting on a life self-improvement, a life's journey, a life's mission, I can remember when I was just floating through life. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I didn't know who I really wanted to be. I was just trying things and seeing if they worked. And I see it happen to so many other guys. It's up to you to open your mind and unlock your true potential from within. Because inside you, there is an energy that is unlimited, an energy that is untapped. And we're programmed by society to feel like we have to play by society's rules, that we have to think in certain ways, that we have to think like the rest of everyone else. When in reality, you can expand your mind beyond the borders that everyone else has set for you. And that's the problem. Everyone else is thinking, why are they so pessimistic? Why are they so depressed, sad? Why do they not know what to do? Why do they not have the confidence to push forward? Why do people just give up? You know, they think that they can't start a business, right? You know, they have fear. They live in fear. So you have to think outside the box, and you have to cross that border into the unknown territory where fear resides, where the void resides. You must upgrade yourself if you want to leave your mark on this planet. Okay? Think. And I mean truly think. Become self-aware. Take yourself away from all of life's distractions for just one moment. Away from your looks, away from your situation, where you were born, who you are as a person. Truly think and meditate for a second. And think about, who am I? What am I? What do I really want? What do I have to do to get what I want? How do I have to feel? All of this is possible. You cannot limit yourself. Take your mind to the void and create something that you never thought was possible. Every great man in history, every great visionary that created something crazy, their mind, their belief, people called them crazy because they thought it could not be done. And honestly, guys, pursue your true goal and true purpose, and accept that either you're going to get it or you're going to die trying. Because in the game of life, you only have one chance. And live like a warrior. Accept death. And your chains will be broken. Okay, guys, subscribe. Leave a comment. Support me. I'm here to help y'all expand your mind past the borders that society has set. Accept death. All right, peace.